Ladies and gentlemen, today I am standing outside of a place called the Hangout, and I'm talking to Jamie Gallant. Jamie, welcome to Motivate Me.
Thank you very much.
This is our first time in Alabama. I mean, I have never been to Alabama, and I specifically chose Gulf Shores because I don't think most people realize that there are beautiful beaches here in Alabama. And you and I were just saying that you were surprised the first time you saw that as well, right?
Absolutely was. And first of all, welcome to Gulf Shores and the Hangout.
Thank you so much. Tell everybody what your role at the Hangout is. What is your job?
I'm the general manager here at the Hangout. I guess at the end of the day, my job is whatever it takes, whatever needs done.
And I know you were saying one of your passions in life really is restaurants because you've been, worked in fine dining and you're here at the Hangout. But what is it that you do outside of work that you're really passionate about?
Two things I'm incredibly passionate about these days are, one, cycling. I love to ride my bike. It's the greatest release from the stresses of working in a restaurant. If I have a long stretch of consecutive days, there's nothing I think about before I think about getting on my bicycle and letting it all go. Secondly would be cooking. Recently I fell in love with cooking and the culinary world. I've always worked in this industry, but always in the front of the house. And now it's nice to go home and put to practice some of the things that I see daily. So
that is really awesome. And I have a feeling after our discussion really that one day you're going to have your own restaurant. And I think you're going to be really excited about that. But I wonder, are you ever going to give up cycling?
I hope not.
Where did that passion start for you?
I was living in New York City in 2012, and I tired of taking the subway everywhere.
You were not one of those crazy bicyclists in the middle of the city.
Absolutely, in the middle of the road.
That's crazy. So you started doing that, and how did that work out for you?
It was great. I was able to combine a quicker commute with some physical activity. Got in probably the best shape of my life. So it worked on many levels for me.
What challenges do you have keeping that passion in your life? Because you know what, right now, we're trying to reach out to my audience to say, do something in your life that just enriches it. And I know you're really passionate about cycling, and I don't know how often you get to do it, but what challenges do you have with that?
Well, as we're very much a seasonal restaurant here, my biggest constraint is just the time during the season. We're extremely busy between March and October, November. So during the season, during our high points, it's tough to find more than one day a week to cycle. But whenever I can, I do, and I go out as long as I can each day.
What have you learned about yourself keeping this in your life?
I guess it's helped me find some peace. Like I said, the stresses of working in the restaurant, as great as they can be at times, the bicycling is just a release from all that. I can forget about everything that's going on personally and professionally and just zone into the road and the pedal.
So what kind of advice can you give my audience to get out there and pursue a passion of their own?
Just get out and do it. If you try something and you don't initially love it, try something else or stick with your first try, and eventually something will catch. And once you're motivated to do something, it becomes something you can't do without. So find it. Now,
you have connected us with a couple other people who work here at the Hangout, and something I really love about that is, number one, that you know your staff. You know what it is that they love to do. You know them on a personal level like that, which I think is really important. And I'm really happy to kind of show people that, you have all these people running a restaurant as big as the Hangout, and people have lives outside of that, and it's respected by their management. So that's awesome. I want to thank you for connecting us with them.
It's my pleasure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear a little bit more over the next couple episodes from people here at the Hangout in Gulf Shores, Alabama. Stay tuned. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are outside of the Hangout in Gulf Shores, Alabama, and we are speaking to Ellen. Ellen, tell everybody your last name.
Ellen Arterburn.
Arterburn. Okay, and Ellen, your passion is actually yoga, and it's something you discovered later in your life, but can you tell everybody how it started for you?
Well, I quit smoking 4 years ago, and I was a very heavy smoker. And I had done yoga in my past when I was younger. So when I quit smoking, originally I started walking, and I actually walked 1,000 miles the year that I quit smoking, which I'm kind of proud of, almost as proud as quitting smoking. But I had moved here from New York, and it was a little culture shock. And I watched them start to build a yoga studio in Gulf Shores. So we're really busy here at the Hangout during the summertime, so I waited till the end of the season. And I just kind of stumbled in there, and I started taking yoga classes. They also offer hot yoga classes, which I was a little apprehensive of, but I quickly found out that I could actually do yoga better in a heated room.
Which is hilarious considering how hot we are right now on 4th of July weekend
Yes.
here in Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Yes, and I still do hot yoga 3 times a week. I do it at 5:45 in the morning before I come into work, and it seems to work really well. But it's something I've incorporated into my life. I absolutely love it. Anyone who knows anything about yoga, it's not just about being on your mat and in a studio. It's very much a lifestyle, and the yoga community here is great, and it's expanded, I guess, 3 times since they opened their original studio.
Well, and the other thing is people always want to try something new as we get a little older, but people don't just go do it. So what I loved is that you did do it. You just started doing it.
Well, I was a little apprehensive, and I have never been an exercise person. Like I said, I started with the walking, which seemed like something reasonable. All I needed was sneakers, and I started walking a half-hour a day. And then I figured I might as well try it. It had been recommended to me by a few friends to work with stress and whatever. And I've never been, like I said, an exercise person, a gym person, anything.
Would you say that was your greatest challenge, getting past that hurdle, or is there another one that stands out to you?
I think quitting smoking was the greatest challenge, but no, getting past the hurdle, and my family kind of teases me a little bit, but I think they are all pleased with the results. So,
What did you learn most about yourself through this?
kind of that, I don't want to say that I can do anything, but that I can do anything that I can try anything, and there's a lot of gratitude involved in it all. I'm just grateful that I can do it, and I trying to stay present. All my life I've been waiting for the next door to open instead of enjoying the door that I'm in, and I really enjoy being present.
So what kind of advice would you give my audience about getting out there and pursuing a passion, something that could enrich their lives? Because how did this enrich yours?
It gave me a sense of community in Alabama, which I was having a big struggle in trying to find, and it gave me an inner calm, which I really, really enjoy. And it's kind of funny because I guess I got this advice from one of my daughters, who said, how do you know you're not going to like something unless you try it? And she has tried many things in her life, and some things you pick up and you put down, and some things you stay with.
Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet y'all.
Y'all. And you're from New York? Ladies and gentlemen, it is 4th of July, and we are in Gulf Shores, Alabama, and we are at a place called the Hangout, where we have found a lot of passionate people who work on the staff here. So right now, standing next to me today on this beautiful, incredible, balmy day, very sunny, very warm, and standing next to him is not helping, if you know what I'm saying, is Jacob Prim, otherwise known as JP. So welcome to the show.
Nice to meet y'all. I'm Jacob Prim. So what I'm passionate about? That's what a lot of people want to know.
Yeah, we're going to talk about what you're passionate about. Now, I know you have a bunch of passions, like football is one.
Yes, football is one. I grew up playing football. Basically took over my whole life as a youngin', My dad played football. My grandparents played football. So everybody, it was just in me to do that. So,
But what is it that you're super passionate about right now?
Yes, right now I'm super passionate about music. I have a lot of friends, which most of us, we do music. And this is a very musical area around here. And so I decided to really get in the music scene when I was, I'm 22 right now, but I've been doing music since I was 9 years old, just playing around. But lately it's been really serious,
So can you tell me, what do you mean by doing music?
Basically, okay, well, growing up, people might sing in the shower or something, I always just sung music, loved the hip hop artists, R&B artists. I actually listen to a lot of types of music, but, a lot of people probably always, put you in a certain category when you do music. But not me. I really like to give everything a chance, so when I listen to music. But when it comes to doing music, I guess seriously, I would say when I got to high school, that's when I really start looking into music as something that I really can do as a career eventually. And I looked to my peers, and a lot of us, we had the same beliefs and the same, we wanted to do the same thing. So we all clicked together and we started doing music.
So what is your role in that group?
Right now, for a while in my group, I've been like the #1 artist kind of, because I guess I was the first one to really start doing the music in my group. And I have a friend that he was really producing. That's the most thing. So he was just producing a lot of my music. And eventually, like, people came, and I started doing a lot of chemistry, and collaborating with a lot of people. So
are you saying that you sing?
well, I'm a rapper. We have a singer in my group, though.
So are you saying that you're going to rap something for me right now?
You want me to rap something for you right now?
I mean, otherwise, that's a little bit of a tease. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I don't know I can do something, I guess. Well, I have music on YouTube. I have music on SoundCloud.
Do you want us to check that out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What do we have to look up there?
Well, my group, which is, I call the people that I hang out with my brothers, and we was doing music so we can get extra money off of it. So we just named each other the Get Money Brothers. Something simple. DGMB is the initials. Night Rebels are my bike club that I'm starting up, actually. So like we actually put that DGMB and Night Rebels together. On SoundCloud or on Facebook, you actually can find DGMB or SNR. You type that in, and then that's us. So.
Do you want to rap something right now? I'm giving you the opportunity. If not, we are going to move on.
Right now, I really didn't come prepared to.
You don't have to be prepared. We could check your stuff out. I mean, I'm sorry. You're standing here in your Hangout T-shirt. You got your khakis on and your server apron and all that.
Seriously, like on YouTube, I'm doing all that stuff, man.
Okay, we'll put a link to that.
Freestyling and everything, so.
We'll put a link to that in the show notes for this episode.
Definitely.
Can you tell me, looking at how you're putting together this music group, what kind of hesitations or challenges have you had?
Well, it's basically like, I guess in the music industry, a lot of people know people, and that's how they really, get into it. And like, we're not really like that. We're starting by ourselves, so it's a lot of in the house or in a garage doing a lot of music with us. It's just us, so we're just hoping people listen to the type of music that we do, which I feel like it's kind of different from what other people are doing.
So being in this grind, what have you learned about yourself?
Well, I learned that you can't give up if you're going to, so I haven't gave up yet. So I'm still out here. I'm still grinding, because life is a grind, period. But I've been doing a lot of things, and, basically I guess football taught me that, you just can't never give up, and basically we have a movement, so hoping that movement blows sometime.
What advice do you have to my audience about pursuing passions in general?
First, I guess for your audience, figure out what your passion is first. A lot of people, they just like got their hands in a lot of stuff and don't really know what they want to do. I guess when you figure out what you want to do, just attack it, man. Life is too short to say, I wish I would have did this or something. So once you figure that out, go hard at that certain thing, and it might work out, it might not, but hey, you can say you gave it a chance.
Thank you so much for talking to us, JP. Thank you.
Okay, thank y'all. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Next time, I'll be ready to freestyle or whatever. I promise.
You better be ready every day, because you never know when I'm going to show back up.
You know what? You're right. You're right. And I'm going to be ready next time. Right now, you have me in like work mode. I'm like thinking,
Hey, next time the person that shows up could be like, what's his name? Clyde Reeves or whatever that guy, could be J-Lo at your table.
Yeah, you're right. You definitely right. I think I don't know. I probably had to bring something up if J-Lo was at the table. Not saying I'm saying.
And that's it.
J-Lo.
That's it from the Gulf Shores. We are in Gulf Shores, Alabama. It is 4th of July weekend. I am still at the Hangout talking to some really cool staff. And currently, it's Mark Williams.
Yes. How are you guys doing today?
So tell us, Mark, what's exactly your role here at the Hangout?
I am the entertainment manager. We have live music 7 days a week, all summer long. Fun games, fun for the whole family. Free show, so we want everybody to come down and check us out.
All right, so now, Mark, I saw that for birthdays, people get up and dance on the table. Do you think when we're done here, we could pretend it's my birthday and I can do that, or did I miss out?
Absolutely. We'll absolutely do that.
That could be kind of fun because my friend actually messaged me on Facebook and said, "Oh, you were at the Hangout? Get on the table and dance."
That's what we do here. That's all part of the Hangout experience.
And she's from Kentucky, so I mean, this is nationwide. People know about you.
Yeah, I mean, we're sort of a destination venue for all of the Southeast. If you think about it, if you're in Minnesota, the closest beach is the Gulf Shores, the Gulf Coast and Gulf Shores, because you come straight south, you end up with us.
So you are the entertainment manager. You book bands. You do fun things all throughout the days for families, and I'm sure at nighttime this atmosphere might change a little bit.
It gets pretty loud in here. We definitely have a lot of fun, but you'll always see little kids here. I mean, we are all about family friendly. That's what we do. One of the reasons I love it, one of the reasons I'm here and I'm so passionate about being here and being in Gulf Shores is because we have that family element. There's no place that I've been that's as inclusive for this. From a music point of view, from a show point of view, we get to be everyone's first rock concert. I don't know of any place that's a free venue where you can come and see little kids sitting on top of dad's shoulders with an 80s tribute band playing, rocking out like it's an 80 hair metal band, like playing all the cover songs.
That sounds like fun.
It's a lot of fun. That's why this place is the best place.
And entertainment is your passion. What do you mean by that?
I have always been comfortable in front of a crowd. I love talking on the microphone. I do love the sound of my own voice. This place is fantastic. We get to have a blast all the time. We're always doing something. Right now, for instance, we've got a water gun fight that's about to start up for our Hangout Fun Camp. So, there's always something. We got foam machines. There's always something going on here. I love it. For me, I stay busy. I'm always going somewhere. But it's great. It's fantastic. It is the best place.
How does being in entertainment enrich your life? Because the thing is that there's all different ways that people can get involved in entertainment, right? But that doesn't mean that we all have to go out there and be Beyonce, right? We don't have to all be out there. We can incorporate it into our lives in a way that enriches our lives without having to reach some threshold of success. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
For me, it's in the reaction of the crowd. When I see a 4-year-old on his dad's shoulders giving the rock and roll, that for me, that's the best for me. When you make that connection with a family and you get the whole family, mom, dad, 14-year-old, 10-year-old, 4-year-old, grandma, grandpa, and the crazy uncle, and everyone is having a blast, that is the best for me. That's the spot where we're doing our job. But you can see it. You get the instant gratification of, wow, look at that. They've never seen that before. For us, that's what we do.
What is your greatest challenge keeping entertainment in your life?
Coming up with new content. For me, that's what I spend a ton of time thinking about, is how do we continue the brand and grow what we're doing, grow our program, but keeping it family centric. Because I come from a nightclub background. Nightclub. I was a DJ for 10 years, so my brand is what I think about is how do I make what I think about and what's fun for me great for little kids, because I'm a single guy with no kids. So that's my biggest challenge that I think about every day.
What have you learned about yourself then through that?
I've learned that you can make it fun without having to, be ripping shots all the time. For me, it was a big change, lifestyle change moving down here. I came from Washington, D.C., so kind of getting into the southern lifestyle, but also being in a family environment. I sweat bullets every time I get on a microphone worrying about cussing. For me, that's like, okay, think before you speak, because it's so easy to, fire it up and turn the siren on and ring the bell and drop an F-bomb by mistake. Knock on wood, it hasn't happened yet. 1.5 years.
Okay, so final question. What advice can you give other people in pursuing their passions?
I think you just have to do what makes you happy. I could never sit at a desk 5 days a week. I would go crazy. I think if you can figure out what you love to do, go and do it. You know, there's so many different lifestyle courses, and do what makes you happy. That's what I tell people. Move, go somewhere different, pack up, put everything in your car and move somewhere. Try it, meet new people. I just talk to everybody. I try to talk to every single person that walks through the door. If you can meet somebody and have a good time, that's what it's all about.
What contact information do you have to share with us?
You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at DJ_MOW. Also on Snapchat at DJMOW. You can follow the Hangout at the Hangout GS on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. Send us a message. Come visit.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming out here away from your microphone and up to ours. It's been awesome.
Great. Well, thanks for coming.
And I talk to you, 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 and we love, and we hate, and we demonstrate. We try to relate. This is my breakthrough. Whoa. Said now, this my breakthrough. Whoa. Oh man, this my breakthrough.